Live from Busch Stadium in St. Louis, Missouri. A great night for baseball ahead on the show. It's the New York Mets taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Getting the nod in this one, Michael McGreevy. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery. And
that one misses, so a leadoff walk. Shed batting second in today's lineup. He joined the team as a lifted in the air right center field. And that'll fall for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Batting third, the designated.
You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
Next is the designated hitter, Jorge Polanco. Swing and he popped it up. One away. Here's a Mets lineup now.
Juan Soto.
Board with one out. Here's Juan Soto. Caught every 1-2 now. He goes down looking.
That big strikeout right there, and maybe a little counter. That wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and that is that. Back here in St. Louis, and taking the ball for the Mets, Kodai Senga. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play because of the ground ball rate. Important that the defense stays engaged in the game. I think it's critical. Tempo is there. If you
swing and a ball popped up. One down. Now we take a check of the St. Louis Cardinals lineup. Singy, we're looking at a young lineup here. Not much experience, but they're going to bring a lot of energy to the field.
Yeah, and that's just it, Boog. We expect this lineup to play hard no matter what. They are an exciting group to watch.
For 2 hitter, Alec Burleson. No hits in the shutout yesterday afternoon. And he hits a ground ball right side. Vientos takes it to the bag. Here tonight, an efficient start to the home first, 2 away.
Catcher, Ivan Herrera.
2 down, bases empty. And now it's Ivan Herrera. Swings and misses. Went back to the forkball, and it was a smart choice. Back here at Busch Stadium, top of the second, Marcus Semien. Up the middle. What a stop. Fires to first. Throw off line. He's ball 1. Out towards right center field. And that'll fall for a base hit.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for...
Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that...
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this.
2 on, 1 out. Swings and misses. Struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, that event.
Line shot into the gap should score at least 1. Coming around third is Semien. He scores and they have the lead. Here comes the runner. Relay throw home. Save. And they lead by 2.
Gets him on the board first, coming through with 2 RBIs on that.
On the ground to third. Fires over to first. We head to the bottom of the second. Now up the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Nolan Gorman. And that one hammered. Way back there. Gone onto the grass hill for a homer. A solo shot. And they're on the board. It's 2-1. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run.
Swings through it for the K. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
He had him out in front, which...
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, they get the strikeout there.
Like one of the faster players in baseball. Swing and a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Batting 8th,
Thomas Sajazi next up for the Cardinals. Swing and a miss. Inning over, and it could
the inning. No reward, but hey, you got to keep swinging it.
drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's down. One hops off the wall. And into second with one away. That's a double.
He was all over that one. That was exactly what you're looking at.
He'll challenge. Thought that was a ball. And that one did miss. And the strike is overturned. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. Here's Marcus Semien. Reached on an infield single his first time. Puts it in the air out towards left center. And that's the third out. Here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest. Struck him out looking.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive.
The ball. And it's 1-0. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really...
Struck him out looking. And he strikes out to the fourth. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco. Got him swinging for the K. So he picks up his sixth strikeout at the plate. Mark Vientos. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Nootbaar in position. Brings it in. And that is that. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Gorman.
Today with a solo homer in his first at bat.
Ball one.
Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. That one to first. Vientos steps on the bag. Already two gone here in the home fourth.
Second baseman, Ramon
Urias next up for the Cardinals. Got him. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. And down in order go the Cardinals. And our score remains. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Number 10. Struck him out swinging. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Michael McGreevy out of the game, and they trail as he exits, but he kept them close. A new arm will be on the mound after the break. Ryan Stanek into the game.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
Bo Bichette, 1 for 2. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. 2 away.
Next for the Mets,
Jorge Polanco now at the plate. And a payoff pitch. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to...
And a payoff pitch. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
A very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or an...
Back foot slider ties him up, struck him out. Bottom of the inning, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Mason Wynn. Got him swinging.
Well, he's been racking up the strikeouts, and what's so impressive, not walking anyone. I mean, this guy's just going right after hitters, filling up the strike zone, and it looks like hitters, they're trying to think with him, but they just are a pitch behind. Dominating stuff out there on the mound.
In Thomas Sajazi. His swing and a ground ball, and it's through for a hit. And they have their first base runner since the second inning. Jordan Walker next up for the Cardinals. Struck out looking at his first at bat. 3-2. Payoff pitch. Ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Go-ahead runs are aboard. Base hit! Runner around third. Fires it to the plate. Safe! In comes the run from second. A big 2-out hit, and the game is tied.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to...
Stepping in, Alec Burleson. This one trailed, right center field. That one heading for the fence, and gone! A 3-run homer. That's his 50th career homer. And that's how they take the lead. It's 5-2. Siggy, that's his 50th career homer.
50 might not sound like a huge number, but it's a nice little milestone that a lot of guys don't get to. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Off. The 0-2. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strike.
About the benefit swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Out of here. Into the visitors' bullpen. Francisco Lindor takes him deep. And they close the gap. It's 5-3.
That swing just injected more drama into this one.
That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay. Book pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
And base hit. And a man aboard. The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Tobias Myers.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this.
In the air to left center. And it falls. Plays it on a bounce, and it deflects away.
Definitely found it sometimes we talked about.
That one lifted to left. And he makes the catch. Runner tagging from third. It's a sac fly as he comes across to score, and they take a 3-run lead.
They had a chance to add to their lead right there, and they did with
Joe Romero. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Leading off, Jorge Polanco. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. Here comes the throw, and he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands
Left
whatsoever. Such a good feeling.
Really important at bat coming up now.
A strikeout, and there's one away.
Right fielder.
So here's the 2-2 on the way. Up the middle, and that's a base hit. Polanco coming around third. Throw is offline, and he scores. And it's now a 2-run game.
Well done.
Simeon.
Get on base here and keep building off this momentum. They're getting closer. Manufacture that run from first. It feels like it's really important.
Off balance speed, there's one.
Now pitching.
We're
for the
back, and on the mound is the closer,
Number
Matt
49.
Swanson. First save of the year. Here's the catcher for the Mets. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And a strikeout for the first coming on. Tyrone Taylor looking to start something with one gone. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Now for the Mets. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Only here's the third baseman, Bo Bichette, known for his. On the ground to third. Can't glove it cleanly. Still manages a throw. And this game is over.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
And this one ends with a final score of 6-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.